let it flow, let it flow. In this video, as I tumble everything around, I want to be 100% real. I call this spiritual discernment, but I honestly just think this is discernment in general. And I'm going to do my best to hopefully wrap back around why I was calling this discernment in the first place. But before I do that, I just want to say, if anyone here is watching from my reaction videos, I want you to click off. These videos were kind of meant for an OG type of onlooker from my channels, and for the OG spiritual people out there and conscious working people, I'll say, because these videos really could jeopardize everything I've created when it comes to the entertainment side. Why do I continuously do it? Well, because it's part of my design. I have to, I have to get through a certain phase to get to the next door for my consciousness. Eventually you will see these stop. Eventually. But for now they remain. And if they catch fire, like my mushroom trip video or something like that, then so be it. It's just cool to let people know that I definitely know a lot more than I'm letting on. But that's not the goal. My goal is always to make you realize your own power and a bunch of stuff. And I actually seen a video that popped up in my feed that inspired me to do this one in the moment right now. And I have to, at the end, I think I'll start giving a bit of things about me that I want to explain or just talk about, but I'll stay on topic for the time being. But I think spiritual discernment, or this video, was becoming it was long in the making anyways, because I kept getting signs that I should do it. And the main theme is basically, if we're not using a big word like spirit or a big phrase like spiritual discernment, it's just, what can you trust in this matrix, in this simulation, in this universe, which is all you. And all you can trust is yourself. This is all a science. It's all an evolution of you. One thing that my stepdad said, even though the good I can take from him, and honestly I can look at everything he's done as good, but just perspective. One of the best things I could take from him is, you're born in this world alone and you die alone. Now the companions you make along the way or anything like that, by all means carry them with you if they remain. There are soul contracts, soul ties. Some people believe in a red string that is like you're connected with certain people you're meant to meet along your path. I truly believe this too. I have a girl who, no matter what, no matter where we fall off, she ends up finding me. It's actually insane. And she said from the first time we met, she knew that there was something that connected us through each life, that she would always find me and always will find me. And it's crazy, no matter what she's going through in her life or anything, and this is, I have yet to run into another person like this, that if I ask her, hey, I need you to come over, stay with me tonight, or like on mature levels, and I'm not one for hookups, I'm not like hitting up this girl to, hey, but no, like literally I've formed these bonds with people who are literally attached to light. We're like light and light. Our vibes only elevate every time we're with each other. And I feel like even part of my path is meant to continue to find those people. I don't know. This is going a bit more on me, but I want this to stay kind of universal. So I said I'll keep me to the end. But the point about her, bringing her up, is that I believe, or well, I guess this is a good way to put it, but I believe in the terms of spiritual discernment, and why I was bringing up that story, like, call and she'll come over, is we're in a generation of everyone, like, and this is constant. This is why, I can't get too timeline speaky, but if you want to, find my videos where I talk about timelines in the loops. But we're in a place where people are constantly searching outside of themselves. And because of the matrix being a part of you, you are the matrix. I find myself getting caught in it too. Because all of this around you is you. So I find myself getting caught in patterns that were old versions of my consciousness. I no longer go through these things. I'm no longer caught in the hype or the illusion. But I find myself dipping back into that and trying to save people. And that's what is a part of this discernment that I want to talk about. And being caught up in the hype. I'm trying to bridge into it. But the signs about this, or the signs that I was receiving to make this video, were, one, I have a bunch of other synchronicities that are happening, literally. Oh man, some of you who get to the end, I want you, if you really want to know that you can trust my words, I want you to get to the end of the video, because I'm going to show you magic that I have done. But before we get to that, I want to still talk about the discernment. I had my cousin called me, I think, or we just ended up talking somehow about certain people, using this spiritual hype to get some sort of monetary gain. And that's 100% true. What I need you to understand, no matter what, and I'm not saying these healers or anybody out here are not great healers. They probably are. A lot of them, maybe even hidden ones. That's the thing about people being legends or champions, or even people who recognize that they are God. The ones who are really about this shit are the people you do not know yet. Even me. I could there's a lot of people who believe in me, a lot. What I'm saying is, the legend is always unknown. And why I'm saying that is because you need to understand that you are the legend of your life. There's no reason you don't have all the tools already available to you to do this. And that's when I don't want to pull any work, or, if people are, it's a way they're, making their meals, whatever. I don't want to pull money out of people's mouth or whatever, but I need to tell you that most of these people are phony. A lot of the healers are healers. I've done slight things where I've been around people and then all of a sudden they're not sick anymore. And sometimes I would get the sickness, because I don't get sick. I rarely get sick. But sometimes there'll be a time where I'll be around somebody sick and they'll have a sniffle, or they'll be sick. Then I'll get a sniffle, maybe within a few hours, and they had this sickness that was just dawning over their shoulder, and then the next day they'll be fine after meeting me, and they couldn't do anything to get rid of the sickness. So I know real genuine healing and stuff like that comes from your vibe, and my sniffle goes away instantly. It's just I get it for a second, I'm transferring the energy, it's like a spell to take their energy and whatever. But the conversation with my cousin became about people paying, people paying someone to heal them. And that's where I'm always conflicted too, because honestly, you can't worry about certain things, or you're creating wars for yourself that don't really exist. People are going to do what they do, and honestly, that may just be another facet of the fucking matrix. But the way that people are going to bring abundance to them is their own way. And also, money is an exchange of energy. And I think that certain healers that are getting money, or certain readers, or certain tarot card readers and all that, are legit. I do. But I know from everything I've read and people I've come across that are phony. I've had people try to read me. They can't. First of all, I've had a lot of times where stuff has backfired on people who claim to be psychic, because I'm someone, and saying this actually is bringing a fire in my heart right now, but I am someone who is actually psychic. And it's like I do not do readings for the sheer manipulation that you can do. But I can see some things depending on my connection with you, which is, I'm going to touch on that a little bit at the end, where I kind of screwed myself over a little bit, but it's fine. It's, it's my path. That's why I'm saying. But, and also a reason I talk about this discernment is you need to understand that all these healers, all these fucking gems, all these crystals, all whatever I always say gems and crystals, but all that shit does not matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter like what traditional robe you wear, like if you talk to trees, anything. First is the mastery of the self. Everything else is an extension of you. Everything created here is an extension to boost your power. None of it works without your own belief and just your mind. So, if someone's trying to sell you stuff, just really go into your heart chakra to know what is authentic and what is not. And remember, always mess with the teachers and stuff that you would like to fuck with. I have people that are still with me today, that rock with me today, that love my words and what I talk about. But not everyone's going to mess with me because honestly, I come a bit more real than others. One thing I said to my cousin, and he was like, well, that's the most fire shit he's ever heard, was that there is no separation from the, I think it was something along the lines of there's no separation from the darkness when it comes to light or something like that. And the reason I said that is because a lot of people, when they get into spirituality, always focus on everything positive, good fucking vibes. But you need the lows. Trust me, you need the lows to hit the highs. And it just actually reminds me of a conversation I had with my mom. Now, when I say low, the low doesn't have to be dragged, because that's where people get stuck. They don't understand that negative emotions are amplified more than positive ones. So you have to use positive affirmations as long as you fucking can. You have to keep going. And if you've consciously trained yourself to continue to do it, your subconscious mind will start literally accepting that as truth, and you will see magic happen in your life. You will notice it. But a lot of people who talk about this shit and talk about affirmations and shit not working, they're not doing them as consistently as you think. It's like working out. When people think about working out and getting fit, they're like, oh man, working out, I can never find time. Well, people who claim that they're spiritual and do this shit, if you can't find time to work out, there's no way you're training your mind to manifest and shit. That is cap. This shit is a muscle. You must meditate. You must do these things. But the thing is you must find your own way to do it. That's it. There's a lot, and maybe and like I said, there are other people that need help or a little nudge forward, which would be the other people, like the people buying these services. But I need to tell you right now, you don't need any of this. I seen a dude like kind of that reminded me of Spiritual Soul. He was even acting like the dude in his video. And I see a lot of these copycats or these clones. I think about a B.O.B. bar where he's fuck the clone. I can't even tell who the original. Like, seriously, like there's not a lot of people who, there's a lot of people who are, I would say, not that I've seen that are doing it uniquely, but I'm telling you, like, look out for these clones. If someone is starting to sound a little bit too much like somebody else, try to either find the source or again use that discernment. If you really rock with someone, rock with them. But I'm telling you right now, there are not a lot of authentic people in this work. They're not, Like I seen a dude like that guy I talked about, which I don't mean any hate to the person or any dislike or anything like that. Much like respect to them in the hustle or whatever. But dude was like selling like not even pure like heart and soul went into the the design. Like I've like dude selling merch. Like didn't even go on Fiverr, maybe build his own character. Like you see the character on my banner, that is my creation. That me and the artist worked together and got. And I'm planning to put that on a shirt. I own the rights, everything, we got everything situated. The artist even wanted to work more with me. That's the thing, like no work put in, no bigger value. Like you're buying fucking Comic Sans. You're like buying a font. Like I see these things, I see right through these things. Dude's like doing a couple videos on Instagram, yada, and this could be anyone, so I'm not afraid to talk about it. But like and not even putting in extra work to like, hey, this exchange of energy, like you're getting a shirt that will really like lift your vibe. I'm putting my heart and soul into this, or like even something that looks like this, you know, or something cool. Maybe switch up this and put like fucking elevate your soul, or we transcend. Put something, you get creative. Literally, put like his name in the fucking thing and just said, hey, Vibe Squad, in fucking what is the shit we would use to type in school? Times New Roman. Like, use your discernment. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just weird to me. It's a weird ass world. But like, these things don't bother me. I'm just saying, like, you got to use discernment to see through that shit. I seen through it instantly. I clicked it right off. I was like, yeah, don't fuck with this. Boop, like I got right off. It didn't even feel like a proper exchange of energy from anybody. I watched like one of his videos and could like see through certain things he was saying. So I don't know. It's just a way for everyone to hop on. But you need to understand, this is how this game works. Like I told myself, I'm gonna stop even paying attention to half the shit I see. I'm gonna get my memes and the people who rock with me and the videos that I get recommended and do them, and I'm like not even gonna look at social media. Like that's the thing. I never was a big fan of doing that anyways, or really being on social media. And I talked about this with one of my clients, and she even was like, yeah, damn, and that's the thing about you, is you need to have a social media presence. Like knowing what you're trying to create and manifest, I have to have a presence doing something, or I have to find a thing where I could be behind the scenes somewhere else, like what I want to do in the world. But it's like, that's why I'm caught in between two roads, because it's like I know I'm a person who is supposed to be speaking and doing things like this. It's always come natural to me, but at the same time, I'm someone who also doesn't like the attention. It's a road. But anyways, back to the discernment thing. It's like, yeah, like you don't need any of this stuff that anybody is selling, and you really should only buy things if you're really fucking with the person. So that's what I say about him. That's why I say I'm not hating. If you want to get his shirts or anybody's gemstones or creations or things that they're really, even I even hope if they're putting work into, like putting their heart and their soul into, so you can really feel it. And because if they really believe it hard enough, it will make you believe it. Because that's the thing about energy and wanting to bring attention into your life. Like I get messages where people are like see, to me, you get a result of what you're being. So I'm gonna give you some examples to really, you can see this in others, and depending on, like, if you pay attention to what people are saying to them, then you see it. For me, my heart is always pure. I've always been doing this just to make someone smile or make someone happy, just make the slightest day, and stay true to who I am. That's the most important to me. I will die for being as boss godly as I can. I will die for that before I put anyone else like before myself. I won't do that. I just will not do it. I just know better now. But trust me, a part of that identity is putting myself forward for people, and that's what we're gonna get to at the end with a little bit of my visions and trying to help others. We'll get there. But yeah, I just want you to know that everything is your mind. This is all mental. Even you seeing this video right now and perceiving me, I'm here to just either give you a reminder of stuff you already know from a past life or new life or whatever, but I'm just a reflection of you telling you this. So it's time. It's time to really turn around. Start using your own energy. Start making your own things. Start making your own affirmations, because they work. I've been able to literally point at something and say, this video is going to blow up, and it'll blow up. I've been able to do it. And that's what I'm saying in this video. I can't really speak on things that I have coming, because again, everything for me has happened and it's deja vu, and I'm just playing a character. Like when you hear Jim Carrey say it, it's exactly what I mean. There's different egos I use to maneuver my way through this matrix. But like I said, I can't really dig up seeds that I have, but just wait around. I'm also someone who, again, knowing everything I know, I shouldn't even mention that to you, but I do it because I want you to understand that you can do it too. You can do it too, but it requires work, and it requires also not getting caught by anything external in this matrix. What I've realized is, for me and my like matrix that I'm in, I have to stay as consistent as possible. And I slacked the past couple of days, and I noticed, because it hit me hard. And that's what I'm saying is about like the people who need someone. Everybody knows me in my life. When I get a certain way, I will disappear on everybody. And those feelings started to come up recently. And that's how I knew I'm hitting a low. I'm getting a level up. Because those old feelings started to pop up like, hey, yo, we're not worth everything we're getting. We need to leave. Oh, that's what I meant to say about about seeing it happen to someone. So like, I told myself, I was like, nah, I don't think I ever deserve like 1 million subscribers or anything like that. But I said, I know that in my heart, if I did obtain that, I would be doing the same. Like I'm looking at, like, they're not really inspirations to me, but like someone like Mr. Beast, I'd be doing things on that level for people who are spiritual or need conscious guides. I would help them learn how to do it themselves. I said that, and at that moment, 20 minutes later, I got a comment on one of my videos, and someone said, you deserve 1 million subscribers, bro. Like, I'm hoping you blow up soon. That's the comments. That happened 20 minutes later after I said that, because in those moments, I wasn't worried about anything else. I was worried. I was thinking about providing value for everybody else. And what I was saying in my head was, I'm a God, I'm a God, I'm a God, and I'm going to make things better through the ways I know. Like, I was doing these affirmations, saying it. I am abundant. I'm helping. I'm going to provide. And I was doing these things because and they're attached to my identity. You have to do what is attached to you in your heart. That I also feel is like a level of discernment, let's say, is that when you're doing things and actions in your life, you must be doing them according to how you feel you are, how you perceive yourself. Me, I can't lie to myself. I know what I'm doing this for. That's why, I don't ever get triggered. But if ever anyone like comes by my stream, for example, and is like, oh, bro, like you should do this for views and something, I'm like, no, because I'm not doing it for that. And boom, the result is I still grow no matter what. I've been told to do a bunch of certain things. I'm not doing them. I'm doing it how I see fit. Because I've like, I don't want to seem like, oh, I'm full of myself or know what I'm doing. But no, I know what's right for my path. I'm telling you. See, it's reflected. You see people talk about it all the time. I'm only one other person in this game saying it too. You need to pick and choose the things you take from certain people in your ear. And even them, you should take those even as slight suggestions and still follow your heart. Because they are just a reflection of you. But in truth, really follow yourself. That is where the spiritual discernment comes. You have to be able to follow your own heart, and really decide what truth is for you. Like NASA could fucking say, hey, you see that up there? That's like the planet that mostly consists of cheese. We don't know how the fuck that's in the universe. And it doesn't matter if first of all, even if that was, everyone would have to agree on what NASA found. So again, it'd be an accepted thing, which goes back to man saying mankind. Well, let's say womankind too. So humankind, they cannot prove most of the things that they choose to speak of. So for you, that's for saying that sick ass quote. I was saying that for like, if anyone else watches this, but for you, this between me and you, that what I'm trying to say is the only things that are real in this reality are the things that you choose to be real. And why is that? There are some people who run around here and don't think murder is a bad thing. And that's why it's done. You have to understand, Earth is a plane for every single being. We're all from different corners of the universe. So you have to understand that they're like, in certain people's realities, they don't allow certain things to exist. I know for me, what was it? When it was me and my friends living together, we didn't have MTV and all that fucked up shit and fucked up frequencies that they play on those TVs and show you all that trauma porn shit, trauma. That's how they do it. It's television programming. We never had any of that playing in the crib. Shit, if I'm being honest, that shit was the hot box crib. And funny enough, coincidentally, because there's no coincidences, my fucking sister's like grandma lived upstairs. She didn't care that we smoked. Shit was hotboxed every fucking morning. Woke up with a fucking, shit blowing your mouth. This shit was crazy. And that's around the time where my visions got even more intense. Let me tell you, I've got stories, but I'm telling you right now, like, we never played. We made sure the vibe was as good as it could be every day, no matter what was going on. And that shit felt like a timeless point in time. Seriously, like, just that time passed like a fucking jet during that. And it was just, every moment was fucking dope. I almost say to myself sometimes that I wish I would have started my YouTube channel then. But yeah, around like that point in time was so crazy. And it makes me think about realities. And it's like, I live with I've lived with, I'm trying to say it in a way where because this is me being a bit more honest, but no, I'll just say it outright. Like, currently I live with my mom, back with my mom, don't live with my friend anymore. And it's my choice on where to go next. But for example, what I feel bad is she gets all the things I'm talking about. And I've even showed her like magical things I've been able to do or things to call. It's crazy. It's dope that I'm able to do that. But when I'm not consistently telling her stuff, like she wanted to read one of my books, which was like the Astral Plane or something like that. And what made me feel really bad was just every time I go in there, she's watching the Kardashians or some other shit. And she just goes, I don't know why, but I just put it on. I can't stop watching it. That's television programming. That's how they get you. Reality TV show. They like literally put frequencies in these programs to fuck you up. I know I can't pay attention. No one could put MTV on and be like, you want to sit and watch this? Or like those shows they have, like Love and Hip Hop and shit. No, it's trauma. They tried to bring up trauma back in your life. That's how these shows work. You would never come to my house, and first of all, I'd never allow you to put that shit on the TV or anything like that. Those shows are not entertainment. That shit's a trick. And you wonder why Travis Scott, funny topic lately, but him in Rituals, he's tried to tell you guys in his music. So these artists sign contracts where they have to, there's some fucked up shit that they have to do, by the way, but for an example, in him, he tried to tell you I don't know if it was the song Goosebumps or whatever. So I don't think it was Goosebumps, but he said in one of the songs, I don't know if it was the chorus, look boy, but don't believe what's on your TV. Look boy, but don't because the television tells lies to your vision. And that's a call to Ralph, because he's the first one who really had me like, whoa, when he said that. But then I started realizing words are spells and shit, and I started breaking down all words. But tell lie vision, tell lies to your vision. They try to derail you. You have to understand what's going on. This game is all about energy. Everything here is energy. You have to craft your mind. Minecraft. That's weird that happened like that, but seriously, you have to understand. Or you're gonna hit a roadblocks. A roadblock. Oh man, I don't know why. I was just having fun with this shit now. But you see what I'm in good spirits. There are motherfuckers on here, like when I try to tell this real shit, to think like, well, these must be the bots or the something in the Matrix that are just like the filler. That was like, I like your reactions, but bro, you sound so paranoid. It's not that I'm paranoid, it's that I'm scared for y'all, well, I'm not scared for y'all, but I'm like, yo, y'all don't realize the game that's being ran on you. And that brings me to my final thing here in this stretch, maybe 10 minutes or so, of talking about playing myself and not using the right discernment to understand who's really trying to receive this knowledge. So this may be another own separate video, but I feel like I should put it here. One thing you have to remember is definitely, I know this now, you came to save yourself. No, there's a girl recently. Yeah, and if you fucking watch this, yes, I'm talking about you. But I played myself a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Because all my visions were in an attempt to try to get her out of a pattern that I seen coming. And even though I'm not there directly and I don't really plan to be, I know, I know. That's all I can really say. But as for the past people, like, girls, I've almost tried to tell, like, hey, look, be careful. Like, I seen you in a car crash, something like that. Be careful. Then all of a sudden, they almost end up in a car crash the next week. It's like for some reason, I've been gifted with certain things, but before I try to get these certain people to like believe the gifts I have, which some of them I don't have to, they believe me, but like I try to break them out of their own loops, and I fucking have to remind myself I cannot do that. I can only plant the seed and leave. And that was actually something I learned on the motherfucking mushroom trip, because it was something that me and my cousin talked about. It was crazy because she even said, hey, I'm gonna be like acting a little bit weird on the trip. When we were all laying on the bed, that was, I think, one of the things she said to me, or like, well, I was on the phone with her, but I was laying on the bed. One of the things she said is, haven't you realized this whole time you were trying to get other people to see? And you cannot do that. You can't do that. You're taking weight on your shoulder that you're not supposed to take. And it pains me because I have a deep love for these certain people. Not saying I love the one girl that I tried this with, but my love runs deep, as in, like, I don't want to see her succumb to the shit that I've seen, like, take people, and it's like I almost feel like at sometimes I'm that one force defending it, but I'm really just destroying myself, and that force is laughing at me in the end. And that's a real thing I had to come with terms with this whole, like, spiritual, I would say it's discernment, because I know there's the regular meaning of it, the ability to judge well, but I take that in judging what is going to protect your own heart. I kind of let myself go a little bit free with that and not use discernment, but because I honestly, in my heart, I'm always thinking I'm doing a good thing. I almost fall victim to the like psychopath kind of thing. Not the psychopath, but like some psychopaths or sociopaths, whatever you want to categorize them. But their reality really reflects, like, some of them think they are just doing good, and then some of them are batshit crazy. But some people who end up doing worse than any good are people who think they're genuinely doing good in their heart. And the downside for me is that happens with me with, that also, I guess it was funny, a kind of funny combo, how I was helping people spiritually, and then it's like, now I accidentally got in the pattern of trying to help certain people who seem broken, and that's wrong from my perspective. I have to understand that I'm the one who's up, so that shit is not realistic. Hope some of you got that reference, but seriously, I'm of a higher vibration. I have deja vu. I've explained in my videos what deja vu is. I know I've died and been back 100 times. I can call events before they happened. I need to be more strict with how I distribute my energy. My energy is just not something that can just go to everyone. And I'm seeing that more and more. I am experiencing that more and more. The fucking trips I have show me that more and more. They're like, with a slight look, you fucking shift the balance. What are you doing? You're just giving it to people who are not trying to receive it. And I don't know. I guess it's like a real eye opener to me. I don't know. But I tell you this because I caused a real battle for myself. I caused a real battle for myself doing that, I caused a real trouble on myself. That's all I can really say is like, coming from someone who's really about this work, I hit myself bad over the past couple days. Like, my meditation fucking pattern broke. My workout pattern broke. I started seeing it. I mean, I see it coming before. But sometimes I just take it as, okay, maybe this is just my little stump in the path. Let's see. And I was good. I pushed through almost having creator's block. I almost did not make videos. But I told myself I must break it. I have to get through it, because if I don't, I didn't worry about if I couldn't, because I did. I thought about the breakthrough. I said, if I can get through this, I can get through anything. And this video that I'm making here is after that. I made it through. I broke through something that could have been so detrimental to everything I was doing. You know, because I get in the phase where I want to delete everything and not see anybody again. And I did not do that. So I know now that I can definitely overcome everything. Because it's just like, these are patterns in my consciousness that remained, and that could be why I'm still here. But I know now that you have to be more strict with your energy. You have to be, especially if you're someone who's pure from the heart. You have to be careful, because this is an apocalypse on the heart. It is an apocalypse on the heart. Is all I can say. Is it is all about the heart. It's all about the heart. And I'm great, because I've been having these palpitations, and I'm not having them now. So I know I'm releasing weight. I'm releasing shackles that hold me down, because I used to be scared to just say whatever I had to say on my mind, because I was afraid to lose certain people. But now I'm at a time where that doesn't even matter anymore, because the people who are going to stay are going to stay. And I can't say there are some people that are still around that I've said some pretty horrible things to that are still around. But I've said some things where I've gotten super real with people, like maybe certain family members. I'll say, I wouldn't say any companions, but who are still around, because they know I mean well, and I realize that is my energy of why people fuck with me. I'm real. I'm lighthearted. I'm easygoing, and I lose that aspect of myself when I'm trying to like form this false mask to keep someone with me. Why am I trying to keep anyone with me? I know this game by now. Fuck anyone who's not fucking with me. Who cares? Because ultimately, now we're wrapping back to the beginning. You came in this world alone. You may have your soul ties and soul contracts that you're going to meet, but you're going out alone. Who the fuck cares who's not fucking with you? Fuck with the ones that do. And then you'll see your empire build. And that's the realest shit I can say. And if you're trying to build communities and stuff, you have to let people see the real you. You have to. Do not play fake in anything, or it will come back. It will come back, because you're being something that you're not. And guess who will expose that? Yourself, because it's you versus you. So yeah, use your discernment on everything. The ability to judge well. The ability to judge yourself well. I think that's all I'll say. I think I'm done. One less shackle I have on my mind. Much love. I love you. Seriously. I love the fact that you're even on this journey are able to handle it. Because this is no tough road that any of us chose. Or no tough? No easy. This is not an easy road. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. It's about to be 1. But of course, when I get tired, I care less. So I know I'm flowing from the divine right now. It's just like, it's no easy road. It's no easy road. It's not supposed to be.